Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. My name is Mystic Powers, and I'm here to bring you yet another channeled message. Everything in this message is alleged. It is what I call the hypothesis of pseudoscience, my pseudoscience. I could be talking about a female, and you may be seeing a male on a picture. Tarot does not have gender. It's all energy. We all embody both masculine and feminine qualities. I could be talking about the past, present, or future. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest. So while I was shuffling my cards and cleansing them for this reading, the card Betrayal popped out. And I'm like, okay, well, let me just channel the energy surrounding betrayal. So this will be a channeling surrounding a betrayal. Now, all of us aren't dealing with the same circumstances when it comes down to betrayal. But I will tell you this. A lot of us are dealing with betrayals committed by those people who were supposed to love us, irregardless of our belief systems, irregardless of our talents, of our gifts, irregardless 222 on my clock. These are people who are close to you, that you call family, friends you call family, bosses, co-workers you incorporated into a family, who have been plotting. Now, a lot of us, and I am one of them, are dealing with karmic family dynamics. And in the divinely guided situation, there is a possibility that you have been a target for ever since you was born. You were going through spiritual attacks, not even knowing what a spiritual attack was. 333 on my timer. And if you are someone who have endured a lot at the hands of so-called family, what you need to know is that these people are the very reason why it has been so hard for you to achieve. When I started my spiritual journey off, I had no wisdom or knowledge about energy. Sorry, y'all. I have to grab my blue calcite because people are not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. And I don't care. When I started off my spiritual journey, I had no wisdom about energy, about how energy worked. I didn't have any wisdom about karma and how it worked. And I dang sure didn't have any wisdom about past life debt. Now, as humans, we are taught that there's only one lifetime that you have, that you experience, and once you're dead, you're dead. And you are taught that by elders who grew up in a time that I dare should say was based upon enslaving energy. Because at the end of the day, we as beings create a lot of energy. Now, when in the Matrix, they showed that one scene where, people were basically being used as batteries for energy. We do have to come to an agreement that that shit is true. Yes, it is. So, with that being said, if you take away the illusion of death, period, when it comes to a soul, then all you really do have, because time is fake, pain is fake, it's all an illusion. It's all pre-programmed into your DNA. We are at a time when humans are actively evolving their DNA. All right? This process is necessary because every living organism goes through this process. The most toughest, most resilient cell will be that cell to carry on. This is why we have extinction of things. There are no longer any giants on this world because they became extinct through the Most High Divine. But when the Most High Divine is pleased with the way something is progressed, natural, evolving, the Most High allows that cell to evolve naturally. Now, we are all evolving. Those who are capable of understanding and understanding how important it is to activate this thing called the Merkaba. This is called the Ascension Chariot. This is that source of light that encapped Yeshua when he ascended. Okay? This time is most important for humans because it's pretty much survival of the fittest at this time. It's pretty much survival of the fittest, and those who played around are feeling it. They're feeling the crunch. So those who have played around had got the elevator door shut on them. But they look on down the road and they see a bunch of other elevator doors still open because there are people still entering into those elevator doors to ascension. And these people have not physically done the healing work needed for them to ascend. See, the thing is, you cannot activate this thing called the Ascension Chariot when you have a heart that's heavy as a stone. The only way you can activate this chariot, which is a chariot of light, it's just a chariot of light that houses one's essence, not its flesh, its essence, its spirit, its soul, everything it is for it to be what it is and who you are. The process of elimination began a while back when God casted out that call because that day is coming soon. And God needs to know who are his warriors, who is all for him, who isn't. Okay, now it's time to make a choice. Because at this point in time, the Most High Divine has made the decision that those souls who are obsolete must go. They must go because they refuse to change. These are old principalities. These people carry a very, shall I say, romantic way of diplomacy. Okay, that might not be a word. I love to make up words. That's something I like to do. But these elderly people who are too set in their ways, who are too attached to what is called the Bible and the so-called energy surrounding it. God is passing judgment on these people's souls because they refuse to change. Everything faces evolution at some point, including when it comes down to swords. Now, I don't know who presented magic to humans, but on my take, I feel like humans do not need magic. Humans should have never had power over that type of energy. Because as humans, we were never made to be in bondage, in servitude, and oppressed. God didn't create us for us to be in oppression. We are in a spiritual warfare against non Homo sapiens. This message was brought to me quite a while ago, and I am still getting the bits and pieces of the gist of what the divine was trying to tell me when they said non Homo sapien. We are well aware by now, and if you still think this is a conspiracy, then maybe you are one of the souls that may become obsolete. Because we are not the only beings on this planet. We are not the only beings on this planet to show intelligence confirmation. We are not the only beings on this planet that can hold a higher form of intelligence. There is indeed intelligence that is over us. And bear with me because I'm getting to a point. Those beings that intelligence are higher than Homo sapiens, that's us, that are not Homo sapiens, they're not made in the image of the Most High Divine. We are made in the image of the Most High Divine. And when the Most High made us, He made us out of love. He did not make us to be down here in oppression. But when another entity that was not made by that same source of love gets thrown in the picture, and they do not have a connection to source or that love, they're made from something else. Then what? Well, I think you have a scenario of what we are facing today. Some of these humans have DNA in them that is not of the divine. And when there is mixing of the blood so much to where blood is diluted, the Creator steps in and says, enough. Either you conform or be annihilated. So when the Great Awakening happened for humans so that humans could evolve into a higher sentient being, it made things a little bit difficult because a lot of our families do have diluted blood. And what I mean by diluted blood is that blood that's mixed in with blood that was not created by our Creator, our source. Now, people may debate that there's only one God, our God. And some people may debate that there are more than one gods. And some of us believe that some of them gods are the creators of these non-Homo sapiens that wasn't made in the image of the divine. Take that however you want to take it. That's just some food for thought for you to think about what is actually happening when it comes to these people and their fucking magic. Because if you are truly blessed and highly favored, you wouldn't need magic. If you are truly indeed made in the divine's image, you have natural talent, natural gifts, natural power. You wouldn't need the power of something else outside of you. And that speaks a lot about the people who wanted to oppress God's chosen.
Mystic powers.
So let's moving right along. This whole channeling is based off of this one word, betrayal. So I clarified it and I pulled my strategic movement 9 of Wands card. Weave. These people have weaved together a plot and plan to betray you that is so intricate. What I see in my cards, I just can't believe was created by humans. Somebody here is playing with a spell so ancient, they themselves aren't quite sure how it works. Somebody in this scenario thought that they had indeed perfected some type of spell or curse, because these people have killed many people by this in the past, this lifetime's past. I've always used my story when doing examples, and so do many other readers, because this is the part where we're trying to make aware of other humans what exactly spiritual warfare boils down to. So, magic to me was not meant for something for humans to be able to utilize. That's my belief. I don't care what y'all say. I mean, I know some witches out there do magic as light work, white magic. Okay? And I'm not saying that's wrong, but I ain't saying it's right. What I'm saying is that if you are indeed a cell that comes from the divine creator, then you wouldn't have a need for magic. You would just be able to do. So my hypothesis of magic is that it is a synthetic form of the energy that source carries. Because see, source doesn't have to go bippity boppity boo, or hop on one leg or sacrifice anything. It can just consciously know that that's what it wants and that's what it is. Why would you need to do magic if you had that type of power and ability? Now, I'm going to give y'all some things to think about now. It ain't always going to be, okay, let's get to the nitty gritty and be petty and cuss out people because I need to tell them about themselves. No, I'm also here to teach. And it's very important that people start looking at where the concept of magic comes from. Where does it come from? Who brought this wisdom and knowledge to us? Because as beings of the Most High Divine Source Creator, we just already have what it takes to make shit happen. We don't need to have to do magic. But there are some cells here that have to. Why? Because they have to create some form of synthetic power that is held by those made in the Most High Divine image. But people here, we're trying to be strategic here with this movement and the plans that they put in motion. They weave together this intricate web in order to possess what you possess divinely guided. Now, some of you may not be dealing with the same thing I am to its extremes. But some of us are. Some of these beings that was not created by the Most High Divine think that they can infiltrate bloodlines, place them underneath oppression, confuse them about who they are, try to destiny swamp and coat themselves in our energy so that when ascension happens, they could take our place, right? I'm here to say this. It ain't gonna happen. God ain't gonna allow that to happen. Y'all want to get in the gates? You want to get in the gates of heaven? You gonna have to do the work. So these people were trying to be strategic to betray you so that they can take your place. They thought they had the perfect cast. Now, this phrase right here is from a movie called A Goofy Movie. And this is when Goofy was taking his son Max on vacation. And he was teaching his son about fishing. They had a special move called the perfect cast, which turned out to be like a dance move within the movie. And when I thought about that, it just made me, when I was making these cards, it gave me the feeling of they thought they had you divinely guided, hook, line, and sinker. Hold on, y'all. I need to get me something to drink. All right, I'm back, y'all. See, when I'm channeling deep, like, 'cause this is why I'm taking certain people, they channel and it's like quick. But when I channel, it's not quick. I have to take my time. That's why a lot of the times I just do channeling readings. A lot of people are like, yeah, you don't pull the cards on screen or anything. Well, you do realize that I am a teacher and I need to teach scared knowledge. And everything is not just going to come out right on camera. But they thought they had casted the perfect cast. They had you hook, line, and sinker. They're getting ready to reel your ass in, fillet your ass, and throw you in some popping hot grease for feast. The fourth house is here. And for y'all who are not familiar with houses, to me, my perception of houses of the zodiac wheel are representations of lessons that God sends us down here to learn. Now, in my fourth house, there are no placements. I don't have no planets in that placement at all. It's just a void space. The fourth house is the house of home, family, roots, and emotional security. This here card says, as you did it in the past, your home base or your family, and do what makes you feel secure. So this does indeed tell me that this is a betrayal caused by family. And it isn't just one, two family members involved. This is literally a whole family unit. That wanted to cause this betrayal. We have Pluto. Hold on, y'all. My cards want to get all out of order. I don't think so. We have Pluto here. The need for control of an obsession with a power struggle. If you do not know what Pluto's energy feels like, then I suggest that you do your research. I know the energy that planet Pluto brings, but it's very important for you, the watcher, to understand the energy that Pluto brings. Now, some of you could very well have Pluto in your fourth house. Or there are people involved that has Pluto highly aspected within their fourth house. I had got me some pomegranate, blackberry like smoothie juice. And I had to try so hard not to smack because it tastes so good. I'm sorry. But these family members are in heavy thought because they are having a power struggle when it comes down to the betrayal of you divinely guided. These family members are facing poverty, and they're very much concerned about this great fortune. Now, this is going to keep on popping up until the divinely guided get what belongs to them. Every reading is based basically off of this word right here. And the length people will go to ensure that this betrayal isn't traced to them, isn't put on them. They keep their status, they keep their money, and they get to benefit off of what is rightfully belonging to God's creation. These people don't understand. They don't understand how dear you are to the Most High Divine. But they getting ready to. Some of these people are victims themselves, and everybody know that when you are victimized, you are more likely to grow up to become the victim. When you are the victim, you will grow up to become someone who will be the victimizer. So a lot of these people are indeed unhealed and very much distorted souls. But these distorted souls wanted to have access to the Most High Divine. Now, their intentions for wanting to have access to the Most High Divine, I don't know. Maybe really deep down inside, these beings that were not created by the Most High Divine Source want to know the most High Divine Source the way that we do, the way that we are made in their image. Some of these beings are unable and cannot enter and or understand emotions. We are the only beings on this planet with any such thing when it comes down to emotions. But these people are very broken souls, okay? They carry on their secret agenda of the takeover of what is divine. So that they can imprison what is the true, in essence, God's creation. This is why you are seeing family members. Um, this is why you are seeing like cases of people, mysteriously meeting their demise. And you got these women standing in front of the TV, casting their illusions of how much they're in sorrow and in pain, when indeed they themselves sold that person for money, fortune, and fame. We see this on the TV every day, all day. So it's nothing new, and it doesn't surprise me, and it shouldn't really surprise you, that there are sentient beings trying to do a takeover of bloodlines that are rural, and then take our birthrights and the promise that our Creator made to us. Excuse me, who do y'all think y'all are? Like, hold on, wait a minute now. Where do you think, no, wait. Yes, who do you think you are? It ain't gonna happen. Anyhow, this is someone who is a feminine energy strong today. There's someone here in this family dynamic that's overbearing, demanding, and spiteful here. This person thought that they had casted out the perfect cast in order to make sure that this betrayal happens, so that they do not become impoverished and they would have access to this great fortune that belongs to you. They are under judgment. Their hearts are being weighed. Look, their hearts are being weighed right now. Some of these people are getting ready to go into the grave so that their hearts can be weighed. And let me tell you something. This divinely guided, when it comes to my family dynamic, I'm not gonna care a damn thing. Shit, when you go to your grave, I'm gonna be the person doing the most highest heel toe click there will ever be. Whoever this feminine energy is mad about the fact that they are not getting this new opportunity. An angry person. Okay, so thoughts about love and emotions, relationships, and social connections in reverse. This person don't care about nobody's feelings. They don't care about what nobody think. It's either I'm getting what I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get this, or nobody does. Bitch, sit your ass down somewhere and get taught today. Sit down somewhere, get taught today. This person is not independent. This is a codependent person. This person is superficial and financially independent. This person has a financial dependency. This person is very deceitful. Because the only thing that this person is worried about is creating this betrayal so that they can get their hands on this. They will suffer from a misfortune. The more and more they do, the more misfortune comes to you. And that is what it is. The arrival of something new in your life, whether a task, duty, goal, or opportunity. They don't have that coming to them. thoughts clouded by pessimism, doubt, or general sense of discontent. They are not happy because remember, this person has been able to get people in this way for a very long time. They thought they had perfected something. That's why they thought they cast the perfect cast. Yuck. That's Goofy, the way Goofy laughs. Okay, this person is in a Knight of Wands energy in the reverse. They're reckless, they're sharp-tempered, and they're very arrogant. There goes that ego again. They are not having any growth at all. And we all know what God does to those who doesn't grow. Okay, it says a message about business is in the reverse. A dark colored, practical, or career oriented person of youth. This person could be acting or collaborating with a younger person. This could be someone that has fire, highly aspected. This person is economically, what is the word? Ignorant. Economically ignorant. If these people were trying to start anything like a business, they are economically ignorant, which means when you try to run a business with no knowledge of how to run a business, it does not bear fruit. So there is a possibility that this family unit or your family unit tried to create some type of business that isn't normal business, I would say, per se. Now, I didn't pick up on the energy of what this business may have been, but I do get the strong feeling that this business may have been a business that has something to do with spirituality. Ancient spirituality. What kind of spirituality? I don't know because I I'm still asking the Most High Divine, what is the need for Christianity? What is the need for religion? Period. Why does it have to be called religion? And why is it so specific? I mean, I'll be in here just thinking about all the. I like question everything. Why is it that way, God? That's how I am. I mean, and sometimes it'll just blah, 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 like in certain situations where most people wouldn't think to question. My hand is way up in the air, and I ooh. Let me cut you off right there. a date, a medium colored or artistic emotional youth, a message from a loved one. So I'm picking up on the energy that these people may have a younger person come to you. When it's pertaining some type of luck. And I'm getting a feeling of gifts with strings attached here. The truth of a financial matter, a fair or wealthy, intelligent woman. So they may send in a younger energy here when it's pertaining this abundance, divinely guided. Relaxation, positive movement, and pleasant trips. Time to spend time with family. Confirmation. They could be sending in a younger energy when it's pertaining to this divinely guided. Only you know how to handle this energy. I can't tell you don't hear them out. I can't tell you to hear them out because there are many situations when it comes down to a toxic family dynamic that we can all be experiencing. But the main issue of the matter is betrayal. Because we are all dealing with the issue of betrayal. We are all dealing with the issue that our toxic family dynamics is the one that made the moves forward to cause this ultimate betrayal to divinely guided. Okay? This person is an ice queen here. She's cold as ice. She just, if this is a mother or a grandmother or an auntie or whatnot, you would think that this person would have the most love for you, but this person don't care at all. All right. This person could be a mother, a fire sign mother, a business trip, a journey taken for professional reasons, seeking new opportunities. It's in a reverse. So this is giving me like this particular person could have traveled before to get some spiritual work done on you. I'm just going to put it plain and simple. But for some reason, this person can't move. They can't travel anymore. With the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, security, and a sense of happiness, stability, right? A happy home. That came in reverse. So this person is looking at not having stability as far as emotional security is, as far as their emotional security goes. They can't move forward here with some type of an emotional, I don't want to know why I want to say agreement, but that's what I'm hearing. Movement away from something that no longer serves you, leaving behind. I'm feeling like this person here is trying to move, make a move, but they're not able to for some reason. It's either something having to do with something emotional that's preventing this person from moving forward. We had a 5 of Cups. Focus on loss, unwelcome changes, and trauma. Okay, so emotionally, this person will not be able to move forward. This is giving me like somebody in a way of emotional stagnation. To me, this would be somebody that has some type of chemical balance, a chemical imbalance. This to me would be someone who suffers from like schizophrenia, bipolar, um, something like that. This feminine energy was very manipulative when it comes down to this betrayal. The Seven of Cups in reverse is lack of options, avoiding issues, reality check. So this person not only caused and casted illusions and delusions, this person is an illusion and a delusion in themselves. I'm getting the feeling like somebody here, this feminine energy, they may be going crazy. There's partnerships here that failed. This person is not in a very healthy emotional space because change isn't happening here. They feel they're in shame now. Whoever this feminine energy is, they're in shame. Due to the fact that a lot of these people I'm sorry, cannot manifest on their own. So this feminine energy may manipulate whoever this child is to come in, okay? Whoever this child is, you know, they're pray for them, okay? Just pray for them. You guys, my arm is like my fingertips are starting to lose their feeling in it. I'm sorry, this doesn't happen all the time, but it happens sometimes. It's just due to, the fact that, never mind, I'm not going to bring that up. I try not to bring it up in my readings so much because I don't want people to think that I want sympathy. No, I don't want your sympathy, okay? No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that I'm a kidney dialysis patient. I'm not sorry that I have to go in every 3 days for 3.5 hours to have my blood cleaned so that I can be here. I'm not sorry. It doesn't affect me in that way. People do. So when people say, oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Why? Shit happens. I know that this flesh will deteriorate and die. It will die. But I know the essence of me, my soul, will never die. So no, I'm not sad, mad, angry when it comes down to the fact that I'm a kidney dialysis patient. But the truth of the fact of the matter is that my fingertips do and will go numb when I have my arms up like this for too long. I do have to put my arms down for a little bit so I can let the circulation, get the feeling back in my fingertips. And, I'm so used to it that I will put my hands and arms down naturally. But I know people will be like, well, she's got cards in her hands right there, and they're in her hands, and she keep on putting her hands down. Now, I'm not flagling with my cards. What I'm doing is just simply allowing the blood to flow to my fingertips so that I can retain feeling in my fingertips. I have to do that because I'm a kidney dialysis patient. If you have a problem with it, then don't watch my reading. I don't care. Onward. This child right here is being real elusive here. For some reason, this child don't want to be around. But you know why this child don't want to be around, okay? This child, reconciliation is in reverse. So either you don't want to reconcile with this child, or this child don't want to reconcile with you. Take that how it is. There is like no, like when it comes to this child's energy, if you like me and I am dealing with a karmic child, you just, their energy you would rather just stay out of because it's just bleak, boring, and bland. Uh, you know, I'm not saying I don't love my child. I do. I'm not saying I don't care for my child. I do. But at this time, my child is in karmic energy, and that's what I don't choose to have to deal with. So until she learns her lessons and finds her way back to source, no thank you. A very dark colored, authoritative, lonely, or diseased man. Okay, there is a man entering into the picture. Oh, it's always about some ping ping or some dingling. I'm so glad I was actually able to opt out of the whole twin flame journey. You know what? I'd have been through so many relationships. I don't want a relationship. I'm willing and ready to explore my spirituality and how I could get the return back to source. Because being down here sucks. But there's a lesson that these people need to learn. Now these people want to go and withdraw and isolate themselves and act like they the victim. Oh, woe is me, woe is me. No, woe is whatever, bitch. You are fucking around with a real hermitess. You are fucking with someone who loves to isolate themselves so that they can learn. And I'm not just talking about any type of knowledge. This is knowledge that's coming straight from the Most High Divine, because I know how to channel very well. So does Divinely Guided. These people don't have no physical wealth. They ain't got no spiritual wealth. They ain't got no good karma or no dharma. Then what are you good for? Begging? Yeah, you're good for begging. You're good for stealing. You're good for killing. And you're good for everything else that does not come from source. You are someone who lacks empathy for anybody else other than yourself. You are someone who think that you are well versed within the arts, within the occult, until you met someone like me. You sit up there and pray for God to send you a solution. And God sends you a solution in the form of an earth angel like me. And what did you want to do? Yeah, You're not compatible with what the divine wants. You have a lack of understanding of the divine. You are not being guided by the Most High Divine, therefore, you're not qualified to lead the Most High Divine God's flock. Whoever you are, this fire sign feminine with earth highly aspected, you are wicked, you are possessive, and you are manipulative. And you refuse to heal from your chaotic ass past of a horrible, wretched family of yours that tried to infiltrate a royal family like mine. Thoughts about money, finances, and practical matters related to wealth. Yeah, that's all you think about. Money. This feminine energy sure have done some traveling in order to get some work done on your ass. She probably want to try to figure out how to get some traveling done to get work, but there's no more funds. Are you broke? I'll tell you now. I know my gift well. Anyways, a period of change in work business, a change of job, business, or plans. And that shit's in the re. It's in the re. It's in the re. So because of the fact that you can't travel to get this magic work done is the reason why you having a hardship, huh? And it's especially the reason you having a hardship in love, because we got lack of love right here. So you mean to tell me you probably was trying to go see practitioner to cast a love spell that don't work, that's been backfiring and will keep backfiring? Yeah, you thought you was gonna be sneaky with the shit. Yeah, you are a disgrace. You have a mob mind mentality and you need an ego check. So God sent us, divinely guided, to give you that ego check. We are your karma. See, when divinely guided, when you had access to divinely guided in our energy, we were preventing you from you getting your karma, because we was taking your karma on, but we was like, bitch, you ain't using me again. You not using me no more. Fuck you. Here, take your karma. Here, take your lies, your manipulation, and you could get the fuck out my family tree. I told you I was going to kick you out of my family, and I meant what I said. So you wanted to come. You went to God. You said, God, I want to change. I want to be able to enter into your kingdom. How can I do it? God said, okay, I'll show you how to do it. I'll send my earth angel in a form of collective to you and to try and teach you how to get rid of those old wounds that's been keeping your family in oppression. Your family, because that shit ain't in mine. Incest and wanting to fuck your own family members is not encoded within my blood DNA. I can tell you that much, okay? We ain't got that problem over here. But you do. And unfortunately, my biological grandfather fell for your magic. And that's how you got intertwined. So God had to send Big Me down here to regulate. God had to send Big Collective down to regulate. But because you want to enter God's pearly gates, there are some things you need to get rid of before your heart is even light enough to enter. So the divine sent Big Collective to you. And what do? You go up underneath the moon and cast your spells and illusions. But then you want to be mad at divinely guided because we are speaking truth, confirmation. We are using our voice to say, hey, look, you didn't want to conform. Now I got to tell people what y'all been out here doing. Hey, think about this. Yeah. And we're standing in our power. Taming y'all like these cats. Okay? A period of difficulty or trouble in work or practical matters. I need you karmics to understand that you have cursed yourself to this right here. So every card that has to deal with money is going to be in the reverse. Every card that has to do with love, for you, 1111 on my timer will be in reverse. Especially because you are a karmic feminine with fire and earth highly aspected. Well, what do we have? Passion and money. People who don't know how to handle emotions surrounding money and passion. The presence of a helping hand, someone who offers assistance or guidance, it was in the reverse. You will not have any help. You will not have any guidance. This is what you have to look forward to, and this is what you have to work through. You are going to have to somehow find the strength to figure it out. The exchange of money, a purchase, payment, or financial agreement in reverse. So whatever agreement that you people made in order to make sure that this betrayal happens is now null and void because you are now in misfortune. Divinely guided, you will not be in misfortune. Whatever traveling that you karmics wanted to do, it's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to because the Most High just simply isn't going to allow you. And now you're not ambitious about this. Because you know you're not going to get the generational wealth. You're not going to get the 10th pentacle. You're going to go through financial collapse, money disputes, and family fallout. You are not the emperor or the empress. You abuse your power. It's being taken away. You abuse this is oh bam, parental issues. You are not flexible. You like the Most High Divine sees you as somebody that's not teachable. Okay? At this point. Financial success, stability, and independence, having resources to take action, that's in reverse. Yeah, and there go the proof that lets me know that you do not have any more money to travel forward to get this spell work done. Okay? Someone with a selective memory, now you want to act like you don't know what's going on. You wanted the smoke, now you're getting roasted. Okay? These people are working with a corrupt officer who thinks they were smarter than you. This officer could and may be the practitioner. Okay, few may. Few may. Many people may say they want to do what I do or what Collective does, but y'all don't got the grits or the guts. This is definitely involving some type of fire, water, and earth here there is this air sign. I don't know if this air sign like to misuse animals or abuse animals, but this person do not need an animal. If y'all know this air sign, whatever you know, don't. They need to take all their animals need to be taken away. this this person is the person probably sacrificing animals to try and destiny swamp that's in your karmic family, married into family. They made a bad wish by keeping a secret. Did not want to speak of the evils that is within their bloodline, Now they're feeling like an ass because their illusions and their glamour spells backfired. Oh shit, they opened up Pandora's box and they can't close it. They wanted to try and trap Divinely Guided into a contract, okay, that wouldn't bear any fruit. There are more than just 3 people in this situation, but never fear, your roots is here, kicking their ass. Full moon energy. These people can't see these ancestors because they are dead. They're cloaked, okay? They're operating in a different way. But the only thing you need to know is this toxic family dynamic is getting ready to feel the energy of betrayal. See, what these people don't realize is that they are getting exactly what they were asking for. It's just that they're getting it and not us. So, as we close out this reading, coordination, wealthy shit ahead. You about to get a pay raise, a better job. Okay, your future is looking brighter than ever, baby. Yes, you are single, sexy, and successful in your own right, and you don't have to prove a damn thing. The proof is in the pudding, baby. The proof is in the pudding. You do good business. Do more than just exist, you wonderful shit. Achievements. You are achieving exactly what you set out to achieve. You are getting the recognition that you are getting because you are in your North Node. You have passed this thing called the test of life. Yes, you're telling life to lick it, and hey, more Nine of Wands Nine of Pentacles energy. Yeah, you just like, hey, look, I know that I'm a powerful manifester, and once I think about it, I can make it come. So you can't tell me anything. You just about like stepping. If there was a big ass mountain in your way, you'd be like, I need to get to that other clearing, and it was like, okay, let's start climbing up this mountain, and you just go like this. Mountain out the way. And these people are sitting up there looking at you with their mouth on the ground. Pick it up, baby. Pick it up. Promising. Time to celebrate that good shit. This is the promise God, the Creator, made to His creations. It was only offered to His creations. Intuition. Do its silly shit. You are on point, divinely guided when it comes to the good things that's getting ready to come to you. Oh, yes. And what do I think is getting ready to come to you? I think a great partnership is getting ready to come to you. This partnership is the exact, how do I put this? This gift here, this union, Mystic Powers confirmation, is coming together because both ancestors of both parties agree that the addition to each other is the perfect combination needed in order for the bloodline to evolve into something way better than previous bloodlines. If I'm making any sense, it's kind of like the ancestors sat down with God, both parties sat down with God, because this is I'm channeling this, sat down with God, both parties of the ancestors of the soul's living life's experience for the bloodline, right? Both parties in front of the Most High Divine agreed that there were certain qualities within a DNA that they didn't want, but of course, certain qualities are wanting to be put in. This is literally the ancestors transmuting the DNA strand, splicing in and out qualities. And both parties of divinely guided came to an agreement that certain things were not needed as far as DNA and the evolving of it. So they spliced in and spliced out whatever they wanted to. They created a contract. All parties signed it with the big man. Now it's being put in position. Have these two souls come together to create something new. Now, a soul can be created in the spiritual and be manifested into the physical. That's how Yeshua came to play. So, with the union of the that are coming together, are the unions for that to happen? Hey, yeah, I mean, shit, rewind it, and keep rewinding it to figure it out. That's the simplest I know how to put it. I don't know. Shit. I'm not, hey, look, I'm someone who lives up underneath a rock. Literally. Do you hear how quiet it is in my apartment? It's like that 24/7. If I can help it. I don't hang out with people because I don't want to hang out with people. I don't have friends because, not that I don't want friends, it's just that I only want to be around people who are like me. Because having a conversation with people who aren't like me is horrible because they don't understand. Their Peabody brains do not understand. But anyhow, Gibo is here. Lord Ganesha is the Hindu goddess of wealth and abundance. And this this union is indeed a divine gift. Okay? Because come on now. I can only put it this way. It is awesome to know that these unions created underneath God is getting ready to usher in a totally new bloodline generation. The gifts that they're getting ready to have is so great that when I sit back and I sit up here and say, well, God, can they really do that? When the karmics really do, when they try to manipulate the energies and all that. God, like, yeah, it's a loophole, but here's my suggest my this is my way of creating the answer for that right there. Here, I'm gonna send in this union right here. We're gonna get these two people to come together and create a soul in a spiritual. It's gonna trickle on down here to the physical, and this person is gonna be able to stop this or see through that or be able to do this. And not only is that person going to be able to do it, but it's going to be encoded in the DNA from here on out. And it's going to be perfected over the generations. You can't tell me I ain't channeling the energy. So when you hear readers and people like us who are out here constantly saying, is it indeed a great time to be alive? It is indeed a great time to be alive. So divinely guided, congratulations. Keep vibrating high. I mean, yes, it is taking a long time. Delays. But what these karmics don't understand is the more that they delay, the more karma they get, and the more wealthier they make you. No matter if it's spiritual wealth or physical, you deserve it. Thank you for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. And I shall see you on the next one.